In December, I put out a survey asking, did people want to do more injury prevention? Did they want to stop injuries? What was stopping them from achieving that? And one of the major things that came back was they didn't really know what to do with themselves. We've only ever had probably a maximum on a really good night of, say, 15 people show up to a Strength for Runners class in the past. So that's been a Wednesday night class. And the reasons vary. It's another night out of the house. For a lot of people, it's just not a good time. So it was only really benefiting a very small number of people who actually were paying for it. And that's the main driver behind why we're bringing in a new program. So strength and conditioning, if you haven't heard of it, is effectively, it's like sports training, but not necessarily in the sports environment. So thankfully, I'm a personal trainer at DW Fitness. It's an amazing facility. There's all sorts of great stuff in there. And the whole point of it is that we want to be able to teach you guys how to perform exercises, whether that's strengthening, stabilizing, stretching, rolling, just whatever we can to help you prevent injuries, improve your times and your endurance so you can run further as well. So it's not just about strength, it's about improving performance. Okay. So the plan is to have educational workshops, which will be video recorded, so if you can't make it, then you can still watch it. Small group technique and program optimization. So effectively small group sessions where, say, the idea will be to have 3 to 5 to maybe 6 people come and meet me in a gym, and we'll run through the exercise in their program and change it up a bit if required, or run through the techniques. So if you imagine if you have a program which has a strength routine for you to follow, a flexibility routine for you to follow, maybe a cardio component depending on what you want, maybe something to use when you're not in the gym. So if you're looking to do some injury prevention or some strength work at home or in a park, then all the exercises will eventually suit you perfectly. Then all programs will start from a template. They have to, otherwise it'll take me forever to make them all from scratch. But the more people attend small group technique sessions and contact me via email and the Facebook group, the more that the programs can be optimized for people, personalized for people, especially if you've got some sort of a niggle developing. The sooner you get in and let me know, then I can make instant changes to the program, which is based online and available on your phone, so that you can then follow the exercises, and there's reps and sets, and if it's a weighted exercise, there'll be weights in there as well, or progressions, exercise progressions like doing push-ups on your knees versus off your knees is a simple example. But also to run some fun classes as well. Okay, so that would come on later on. The priority to begin with will just purely be to teach everyone how to do exercise safely, the exercises in their program safely, and to know how to use it properly. Then once all that's set up, then we can start putting on some classes of 8 to say 15 people, which are more just not off the cuff, but off the program, something a bit different, but more like the Strength for Runners classes that we've had in the past. I've talked about the online program, a Facebook group. We've already got a Strength for Runners Facebook group, which has been good for communication. But now basically everyone that opts into this program will go into the Facebook group, and that'll be where we can, another place to discuss, I've got a tight calf or whatever, just all your injury prevention and strength queries. So yeah, and the plan at the moment, like the Strength for Runners class and the yoga class, is to offer these to people on monthly memberships. Okay, so your annual membership covers running, and that's typical of what any running club would offer. It's an annual membership. It's not really going to cover you coming into the gym and doing sessions with me. So the standard membership will include the program and the workshops, and there'll be a small, especially a very small fee for doing the small group sessions and the classes. Keeping in mind that personal trainers typically charge between £35 to £45 per hour. We don't want to get anywhere near that with this, but the only way that I can afford to offer it for, the sort of fees that you might pay for a class-based session where you're trying to get sort of, I don't know, 6 to 15 people, is that I need that sort of a number. So if you imagine if only, say, 4 people are showing up paying, I don't know, £4 or £5 each, it's not really worth any personal trainer's time to offer an hour for that £18 to £20. Okay, so I don't want to go too much into the finances of it all, but the point is it is available at a decent level to standard members, and it's going to be open much more accessible to premium members. Okay, so from
just get it right there, Colin.
Sure.
So £15 membership.
Yep.
There'll be an additional £5 for this extra.
No, so the program won't be additional. The workshops, which will teach you how to perform all the exercises in the program, won't be additional. The initial small group session will at least offer one of those, which won't be additional, so that will definitely be covered in the membership, because it's in everyone's best interest that you've learned how to do it properly, you've had some feedback on your technique, and you're still able to ask questions, and in the worst case scenario, we can book a little bit of time to run through a particular exercise if you're struggling with it, or with anything in the program. But yes, to come along to regular sessions, I can't, for £15 a month, offer for you to come along to a whole bunch of, I could have 8 standard members come along. Don't. If you imagine if I had 8 standard members come along to a small group, a class, it's not really that, affordable for me. Okay. But this hugely improves the value of the premium membership. The idea at the moment is to not have any additional fees for premium members. So if you imagine, if you're not even a member of DW Fitness, then you could effectively have a really strong personal training / gym, it's not gym membership, but a really strong personal training program in place for £30 a month, which also includes access to all of your club runs, the yoga classes, the squads, and me.